Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at noon starts now.
Sometimes it's okay to be average. Nicely normal weather for you, but for how long?
Police revealing new information about a suspected serial rapist now in custody. And the search continues for carjackers who shot a 70-year-old man multiple times and made off with his Chevy Trailblazer this morning. Good afternoon and thank you for joining us. This is a new case of criminals preying on senior citizens. The victim is recovering from being shot and is now without his vehicle. This all unfolded in Highland Park near Hamilton and Highland Roads. Nick Monticelli is there live. And Nick, thankfully the victim is expected to be okay, but targeting seniors is very troubling.
It's frankly pathetic when you think about it, Rhonda. So this is a 70-year-old victim shot twice in the chest. Both of the bullets went right through him, so he is going to be okay. But it happened near the intersection here in Highland Park at Cortland and Hamilton. As you mentioned, they took his vehicle, but we really don't know what the motive was behind that because they were pretty verbally abusive to him as well.
Yes, it's bad. It's bad out here now. And at that time of morning, you have to be careful. You know, I wouldn't even want to be out at that time of morning.
Antoinette Shepard is disgusted that her 70-year-old brother, Reginald Carr, was carjacked and shot twice this morning in Highland Park. It happened around 3:30 a.m. near the intersection of Hamilton and Cortland.
They stole his car, his truck, and I don't know what else they have took off of him or anything, but I was told that it was two males and that they had shot him twice in the chest.
Carr was rushed to Henry Ford Hospital where doctors found the bullets went straight through him and he is going to be okay. The U.S. Army veteran works a late shift at the VA hospital.
He's doing better. The bullets went straight through. It was two to the chest, so God is good.
And I think the family obviously is very thankful for that because if you consider where he was shot again twice in the chest, he could have died. Now, they say he was shot with a .45, so you've got some pretty big caliber bullets there. Now, as far as suspects goes, the Highland Park Police Department, they don't have a whole lot to go on. So if you saw anything in this intersection or in this area, or if you see that vehicle, that Chevy Trailblazer, a 2007, please call police or Crime Stoppers. You can do that anonymously. That number is 1-800-SPEAK-UP. We're live in Highland Park. Nick Monticelli, Local 4.
All right, Nick, and thankfully he's going to be okay. We are also learning more about the case of a suspected serial home invader and rapist that police say was operating in western Wayne County for years before his recent arrest. Sean Lay was there as Dearborn's police chief spoke about a case that's been really remained pretty under wraps due to the sheer volume of the incidents. Sean?
Rhonda, good afternoon to you, but so much more to reveal about this case. We're talking about a man named Ike Smith. He's 32 years old. He's out of Redford. He's a suspect and now defendant in 3 of these cases, but there are so many more cases to tell you about. A task force formed last year out of all the communities where these cases have been occurring: Dearborn Heights, Redford, Allen Park, Inkster, Garden City, finally linking incidents of open windows, home invasions, and in some of these awful cases, women being sexually assaulted. Dearborn's chief revealing today what we were talking about last week. They now believe Smith is responsible for a stunning number of these crimes.
Currently, at a minimum, we have about 35 cases in our region that we suspect, and I want to underscore suspect, this person is responsible for. In the city of Dearborn, we have concluded that there's 3 cases that involve this individual.
Back here live, Smith is already charged.
All right, Sean, thank you. We did lose his signal there, but we'll have much more on this case and the discovery in later editions of Local 4 News. In the meantime, Detroit police say that they have a person of interest in custody in connection with the reported kidnap, rape, and torture of a woman on Detroit's west side. The reported victim escaped from a house on Schoolcraft near Schaefer, where she told police that she had been taken by a man who abducted her, and then for 2 days by the man she was raped and repeatedly raped. The person of interest, a 49-year-old man, was taken into custody late last night. Police are revealing no additional details, but we'll follow the developments in that case. Meantime, with her running mate Tim Kaine set to visit Ann Arbor tomorrow, Democratic presidential nominee Hillary Clinton is taking a couple of days off from campaigning following a sudden health scare. Cameras captures the moments as Clinton staggered and slumped forward and needed help getting into a van following a 9/11 memorial event over the weekend. Her doctor says that Hillary Clinton has pneumonia and she was dehydrated. She later emerged from her daughter's New York apartment on Sunday, telling reporters that she was feeling great. Meanwhile, Republican presidential nominee Donald Trump says that he may release his personal medical records later this week and predicts that they will show him to be in good health. Trump today said that he hopes Hillary Clinton gets well soon and that he is looking forward to the first candidates debate scheduled for 2 weeks from today. In the meantime, let's get over to Brandon and talk about our cooler forecast. It's nice out.
It is beautiful, yeah. You know, yesterday it was a little cooler. We're slowly inching our way up, but very, very nice stuff. Hope you get outside and enjoy this. After the newscast, of course. 72 degrees in Flint, 72 in Lapeer, room temperature in Port Huron. Mount Clemens is right there, and 71 degrees throughout most of Wayne County. City Airport on the east side and Metro Airport out in Romulus. We've got 70 in Howell to Ann Arbor and 72 degrees in Monroe. We've got temperatures right now that are 3 to 7 degrees warmer than they were this time yesterday. And by tomorrow, maybe another 3 to 7 degrees warmer through the afternoon hours. So here is how your day shapes up. 71 now. Again, get outside at 12:29 when we leave you. 75 degrees at 2 o'clock and about 76 degrees for your afternoon high with low humidity, which is good stuff. Winds will be south-southeast, fairly light, 5 to 10 miles an hour. High pressure in command of the Great Lakes region and to the East Coast, and the air flowing clockwise around this high is dragging mild air up from the south. We had the front come through Saturday, bringing those showers. We enjoyed the cool down yesterday and today, but things will start to warm up a little bit as we head into tomorrow. And then we take another turn. Cold front comes in here midweek, and we'll talk more about that, Rhonda, coming up.
All right, Brandon, sounds good. And giving back, we know that there's a lot of very successful and famous people that were educated here in Michigan. And where do we have some good news to pass along to anybody interested in Wayne State University's law school? The school just received its biggest donations ever in its history from 2 very distinguished and successful alumni. Quicken Loans founder and Cleveland Cavaliers owner, know who I'm talking about? Dan Gilbert. He's one. And real estate developer and Miami Dolphins owner Stephen Ross are both donating $5 million each to the law school. The donations are aimed at attracting more students from all across the country to come and study here at Wayne State and stay and live here in Detroit as well. So members of the Detroit Federation of Teachers are continuing to vote on a new tentative contract agreement with the Detroit Public Schools Community District. The contract covers teachers from this coming December through June of 2017. Voting began in some city schools last Friday. Local 4 and clickondetroit.com will report as soon as the results are in and all of the votes are cast. Still ahead, the new search revealing how and how often parents are giving their children the wrong dose of liquid medications. Plus, we are learning more about an overnight fire at a mosque in Orlando and what it has in common with the Pulse nightclub shooting over this past June.
Who cares?
Welcome back. The FBI and Federal Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco and Firearms has joined local police investigating an arson at a mosque in Fort Pierce, Florida. The fire began early this morning and was quickly put out. One of the people who regularly attends this mosque is the father of the man whose shooting rampage at an Orlando nightclub killed in June 49 people. Police plan to release surveillance video showing someone approaching the building moments before that fire began. And 2 Good Samaritans rushed to the aid of a woman being assaulted in the parking lot of a Walmart store on Sunday in Shawnee, Kansas. This is near Kansas City. One of the Good Samaritans was shot and wounded, but a second man who rushed to aid the victim shot and killed one of the attackers. The other attacker, a suspected attacker, ran but was arrested a short time later. The Good Samaritan who was shot is in critical condition. The woman who was attacked is in good condition. I'm very thankful, I'm sure. people to come forward for her. In good health, it is the mistake that a lot of parents are making and may not even realize how serious it is. In fact, more than 80% of parents have at least one dosing error when it comes to giving their children liquid medications. Researchers found most errors involved overdosing and using perhaps a cup rather than the oral syringe to measure the medicine. Pediatricians and the FDA are recommending parents use the dosing tools with standard markings rather than kitchen spoons and cups because they vary in size and you will be giving your child the wrong dose, and that can be very serious. Here next at noon, why Target has been ordered to pay one of its customers more than $4 million. We'll have more on that. Plus, let's get back to Brandon.
Tough weekend for the Tigers, losing 2 out of 3 to Baltimore, but we've got a game tonight and a friendly matchup for the Tigers, so we'll get you set with the forecast there. Temperatures in the low 70s right now. Temperatures go up, then down. Storm chances, I've got it all covered for you next.
She's been waiting for a kidney for nearly 12 years, but her attitude will inspire you.
I believe that God is going to bless me when it's my time. I just know that that perfect match is going to be somebody with a huge heart that is looking to help somebody else.
I'm Dr. Frank McGeorge. Tonight at 11, why it will take a stranger to save Teresa's life and how she's hoping to help shorten the wait for other patients.
We made
when Michigan
Target Corporation has been ordered to pay a large reward to a South Carolina woman over an incident in the parking lot of one of its stores. When the woman's daughter picked up a hypodermic needle in the Target parking lot, the woman was stuck by the needle as she swatted it away. She reported the incident to Target and later filed suit. Target rejected her attorney's suggested settlement of $12,000. The case went to trial and a jury awarded the woman $4.6 million. Target is now considering an appeal. Good news for drivers in Detroit and really all across the state. AAA Michigan reports that the average price today is $2.19 a gallon statewide, and that is down 10 cents from gas prices last week, and it compares with prices a year ago of $2.28 a gallon. So there you go if you need to fill up today.
Well, I advise getting out on your bike, maybe.
Yeah, it's nice
instead.
and comfortable, not too hot. Maybe
Right.
get out for a jog.
Take the dog out. Everybody does well in this weather.
Yeah, it was a little cool this morning, but I think you can get away with the short sleeves this afternoon.
Where were you on the thermostat in the car?
I didn't have it on.
Okay.
It was off.
Man, I had mine on.
I heard you had your heat on.
Well, I had it on mid-range, so it was, it was right in the middle.
Mm-hmm. What was the temperature? Oh, you don't know. It was just like red or blue?
It was right, I have the actual dial one. It went right to the middle. Okay. And I had dew and moisture on my windshield. Let's do some weather here.
Let's talk about it.
We've bored everyone at home silly. I am now going to excite you with a good-looking forecast. 71 degrees out there right now, and the feels like temperature 71 as well. That just tells us humidity is absent from the forecast. Even though it says 61%, it's relative to the temperature, and light goes up a little bit tomorrow, but still not in the uncomfortable zone. South winds right now at 6. Let's check your zone, starting with Metro Zone. High temperatures for today, right around 76, 77 degrees from West Bloomfield over to Clinton Township and Troy in our north part of the Metro Zone. Down through Southfield, Dearborn 77, Trenton and Flat Rock downriver at 77. Our South Zone getting those south winds, maybe a degree or so warmer. Dundee, Milan at 78, Tecumseh, Adrian over in Olmsted, Morenci about 78 degrees, Luna Pier 77 and 78 in Monroe. How about our west zone? This is Novi, Canton, Ann Arbor, Manchester, north up into Brighton and Howell. It also includes Clarkston and Fenton. Temperatures just like the rest of us, all in the middle and upper 70s. I think even our north zone, Imlay City 76, Lexington 76 today, Richmond and Yale about 75, looking good. Twins are here. We love the sound of that because 2 in a row we've lost. So we have a good matchup tonight. We're looking good. Tailgating around 74 degrees. And this goes for any of your evening plans outside. Taking that walk at 8 o'clock. No problems at all. Sweatshirt weather possible here by the end of the game. Something to consider if you're bringing the kids down, or if you yourself are a little sensitive. Might get a little chilly here toward the end, but by no means cold. The south winds are going to pump our temperatures up another 5 degrees tomorrow, but it's very short-lived with a cold front coming through on Wednesday. So let's show you the computer model with 0 going on today. We focus on tomorrow. A little wave along a cool front passes to our north, so we're dry tomorrow and temps near 80 degrees or maybe a little bit warmer. And then as we get into Wednesday, a couple of rounds here, both in the morning hours. This could slow down the morning drive, but also another wave with that front actually passing through in the middle of the day. Scattered rain and possible thunder showers here, but nothing violent. It will cool us off nicely. We're still dry and cool. Very fall-like, Rhonda, on Thursday and Friday with a chance. Say it ain't snow, so it's definitely not snow.
Better not be. Thank you, Brandon. Well, if you're like me, you get sucked into this show every week, and the season is wrapping up tonight. It's must-see TV for NBC's American Ninja Warrior. Contestants are going to try to conquer the oversized obstacle course for that $1 million prize. Let's get to Mark Barker with a preview.
Last season, Jeff Britton became the first American ever to conquer American Ninja Warrior's Mount Midoriyama. But last week, the finale course took Britton out just moments after he started.
Even a guy who's made it to the top of Mount Midoriyama can go out on the very first obstacle.
But 17 other athletes, including Flip Rodriguez, did beat all the Stage 1 obstacles. Tonight, their quest continues, trying to reach Stage 4 and the chance to match Isaac Caldiero's $1 million performance last season.
It's always us against the course, and we just root for each other and hope that one of us can take it.
The first woman ever to attempt Stage 2 on American Ninja Warrior.
Jessie Graff's the first and only woman ever to make it this far in the finale. She had the 5th fastest time on Stage 1.
She's not just competing with the guys, she's doing better than a lot of them.
And Graff's earned the respect of her male rivals.
The slightest thing that she thinks that she can't do, she'll work twice as hard at that. And and hard work pays off.
Whether tonight's $1 million payoff for Graff or any of the ninjas is what will keep fans in suspense.
The performances are unbelievable. We don't want to spoil what happens here, but I think the finale is going to be incredible.
Last season's winner has set the bar. Mark Barger, Local 4.
I'm rooting for the ladies on this one. American Ninja Warrior airs tonight at 8, followed by the season finale of Running Wild with Bear Grylls, which features now retired Seattle Seahawks running back Marshawn Lynch. You don't want to miss that one. It should be really good. The previews are anyway. Next at noon, why we now know about the winners of one of the biggest Powerball jackpots ever seen. We'll be right back with that. Welcome back.
Yeah, New Hampshire family claimed a Powerball jackpot, measly $487 million.
However, that family wishes to remain anonymous, and I guess they're going to get their wish. The winning ticket was sold in July at a supermarket in the town of Raymond, New Hampshire. The family's final payment after taxes is $256 million.
Yeah, and a portion of the winnings will go to charity. The store that sold the winning ticket says all of its commission of $100,000 will go to charity as well.
Very nice.
I think in Michigan you have to come forward.
I know, there are some states that make you.
Yeah.
If you want the money, you got to let us see your face.
I would be out with, here I am.
Wouldn't have to track you down at all, huh? Have a good day, everybody.
Go Tigers.